Hey Chance, it's Coach Callan here, ready to teach you the post series, back to the basket. As a post, when your back is facing the basket, it's extremely hard to know where you are, okay? We get all of our reference points from the hoop, and then of course the markings on the floor. Now, speaking of the markings on the floor, you have probably been told as a post to go to the block, okay? Go find the block, go post up on the block. But I want to show you why we don't want to post up on the block. We want to post on the next peg. So what we call these lines on the floor is we call these pegs. Yes, this is the block, and yes, there are situations where I have our players go to the block. But where we want to post up is we are going to split the peg, okay? We call this pegging up or the next peg, okay? Next peg, higher peg. My players know what that means when we shout that. So when we're gonna peg up here, all we're doing that for is so when I turn this direction, I still have backboard to work with. We play a game where a lot of our guards are gonna be out on the perimeter and they're really good shooters, so they're gonna attract a lot of attention. Me as a post, we crave off of that. So now that gives us more room to work in here. If I'm down here on the block, and when I turn this direction, I only have backboard to work with. I don't have a lot of hoop to work with. I don't have any bank shot to work with. The only shot that I have is a switch. Now, I'm not doubting your ability as a post. I'm just trying to give you the best opportunity to score and score efficiently, and that is to peg up. So instead of me posting up on the block, I'm gonna post up on the peg. So every single one of these moves that we're going to do today, it's going to be with you on this first peg. If you don't have markings on the floor, if you're in your driveway or down at the park or something like that, just go ahead and try to imagine where that would be. What I would say is line yourself up with the backboard and take 2 big steps. And that's gonna put you on that first peg. So as I'm posting up on this first peg, we're gonna go through a series of moves that I want you to do both on the right side and the left side. What I would encourage you to do is actually go all the way through this video and follow my moves over here on the left side of the hoop. Then you can do this video again and do it on the right side of the hoop. So for the left side of the hoop, the first one is going to be a drop step with no dribble. That drop step looks like this, and I want you to spin it out to yourself every time. Okay, as you go to catch, okay, that's when the drop step happens. Now, if you do this simultaneous with the pass, no, it is not a travel. Okay, you have to move with the ball as it's coming towards you. So I'm gonna spin it out here, okay? I'm gonna catch, and I'm gonna go finish, okay? Make sure you're finishing with your left hand on the left side and your right hand on the right side. After our drop step, no dribble, we're gonna do a drop step with the dribble. So that means I have caught it here, and I'm not ready to score right away. I have to feel where my defender is. If my defender is high side, then I'm going to drop step here, one dribble, pull up and finish. All right? That's if my defender is on the high side. It's a very easy drop step, lead with your heel, okay? Really, you can see how I'm leading with my butt, just like in our no shot series. We are doing opening the door with our butts. That's exactly what I want to do here. I want to move my defender with my butt, okay? I'm going to drop step, and I'm going to go finish, all right? After your dribble, drop step with a dribble, you are going to pump fake and step through this. What we are going to do is we are going to dribble here, pump fake, and then I'm going to step through my defender, and I'm going to go finish with my right hand. Let me show you that again in full speed. I'm going to spin it out to myself. My defender is high side, so I'm going to turn this way, pump fake, they go for the pump fake, I'm going to step through, and I'm going to go finish. Apparently it's hard for me to finish those right-handed layups. Do 10 on the right side, and then of course 10 on the left. After our pump fake step through, where we're turning towards the baseline and then stepping towards the middle. Now we're just gonna do an interior hook shot. What I mean by interior is when I spin the ball, now I feel my defender on the right side of me, or I feel that defender on the low side of me. So that means that I want to now, my dribble is gonna be here, and my pivot is gonna be here, okay? Where now, I just have a little hook shot, with my right hand, okay? I'm gonna spin up, I'm gonna do that again, okay? I feel him on the low side of me, I'm gonna be here. I'm just gonna do a little hook shot to go finish that. Now, on all these shots, I want you to make these shots. So those 2 shots that I just shot, those didn't count as makes. I'm still at 0. I want to make 10 on the right side and then make 10 on the left side. So these are your interior hook shots. After your interior hook shot, without the backboard, you are going to do an exterior hook shot or do a baseline hook shot, but you're going to do it with the backboard. So I feel my defender on the high side here, I can step here, and I'm gonna shoot there off the backboard, okay? It's just a nice little flick of the wrist, okay? The ball is a little bit outside of our center, and we're just going to flick our wrist over and use the backboard. Let me show you again. I catch here, okay? Defender is on my high side. I'm gonna drop step, and I'm gonna finish with my left hand, okay? After you do that 10 times, go over to the other side and do it on your right hand. The last 2 things that I want you to do in this post series back to the basket is your primary move and your secondary move or your counter move. My primary move is the hook shot, okay? Now this is different for everybody. And if you are a freshman just coming into it, you might not know what your primary move is yet. Your primary move is the move that you feel most comfortable with. The move that, like without a doubt, if you have a chance to score, you're gonna do this move because you think you're gonna score with this move. Mine is the hook shot. So I'm gonna be here, okay? It's gonna be either one way or the other, doesn't really matter. Let's say I feel them on this side, then I'm just going to take a dribble step, and I'm gonna do my hook shot, okay? After I do 10 of those on the right and 10 of those on the left, now it's time for me to do my counter move. When you have a counter move, it is off of your primary move. When you get into varsity basketball, you have people that are out there scouting you, okay? A perfect example, Michaela Ray. She loved to go to her right hand. So she would always turn over her left shoulder. She would go to her right hand to go to score. She knew she could score. It was a great primary move. But she needed a counter off of that. Her counter move was the step through. Me, with my pump fake, or with my hook shot, it's going to be a pump fake step through as well. So my counter move here is I'm going here and I take my left dribble, I might pump fake here, and then I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna do a right hand hook shot. I feel comfortable doing hook shots. So therefore, why not play into my strengths and have my primary and my counter both be hook shots, just in different directions? If you need help with your primary or counter move, reach out to me. If you do this entire series, this post series with back to the basket, it is worth 100 shots on your shot counter. Make sure you mark that down, okay? Have someone sign off it, and you're that much closer to your 10,000 shots. Great job.